You know that part of the contract that nobody reads because there are just too many words?
Well, this is it.
Hi, I'm Kasey Hacking.
And I'm Victoria Beauchamp, and let's talk real estate. So Section 11 of the offer to purchase is to go over all of the mutual promises and the general provisions.
So Section 11A goes over that tax adjustments will be made as of the commencement of the possession date. So this is something that the lawyers do, adjusting everyone paying the exact amount that they need to based on whichever day possession day is from January 1st to December 31st.
So for 11B of the offer to purchase, there are two parts. The first part basically states that the property up until possession will remain at the risk and responsibility of the seller, and that if anything happens to the property, it will be repaired to the substantially same condition as it was at the time of viewing.
The second part of Section B is that the buyer is not to assume or have the seller transfer their property insurance to them. So in most cases, the buyer will obtain their own property insurance.
So Section 11C of the offer to purchase basically states that if either party breaches the contract, that the other party is welcome to sue for damages. So in the case that the buyer defaults, the seller is entitled to the deposit and could further sue for further damages as well.
Section 11D of the offer to purchase goes over that the seller and the buyer will both have their respective solicitors, so lawyers, and their realtors and listing and selling brokerages, and are giving us the authority, as well as their lawyers, the authority to handle all the documents and money related to this transaction.
So the second portion of 11D is to say that in closing this transaction, the buyer and seller's lawyer will carry out the intentions of the contract.
So Section 11E of the offer to purchase has quite a few parts to it. So the first part is that time is of the essence within this contract.
So the second portion of 11E is that this agreement shall be binding to the benefit of the seller and buyer and all of their representatives.
The third section of 11E goes over that this contract has all of the representations, warranties, promises, etc. that both parties are making in this contract, and anything not in this contract will have no force or effect whatsoever. Any amendment to this agreement will also have to be in writing, and in making this offer, the buyer is only relying on their personal inspection of the property, the seller's promises and warranties towards the property, and the property disclosure statement.
So the fourth section of 11E is that the following will survive and continue in effect after closing. The promises made in 4, 5, and 6, which are the seller's promises to the status of the property, the title and ownership, and goods and service taxes, as well as the representations made by the property disclosure statement that forms part of the agreement, and then any exceptions or additional promises to survive closing. So this would be for the plumbing, mechanical, heating, cooling to be in working order on possession date. This is often where we'll write in that clause.
And the very last section of Section 11E is that all times referred to in this offer to purchase are in Manitoba time.